Indeed.
So my question, so on the south side of Chicago, they're opening a presidential center dedicated to Barack Obama.
Yeah.
And I, when I was younger, I remember, very, proudly, well, I mean, I was like super young at the time. I was like, like a teenager. I was like super young. And I remember I was like super excited about Obama. I remember the first time he ran, I stayed up until midnight watching the poll results, and I guess, kind of as a kid, that's kind of unique.
Yes,
now,
we had a very similar experience, I would say.
Yeah, I was like, for sure, I stayed up all night, watching the election results, and I was super excited. And I guess now that I'm more aware of politics, and I'm aware of like the things he's done advancing the drone programs, and with the Kunduz hospital airstrike, and the way he kind of just like paid people the upholstery sum of money as if that would excuse anything he's done. I guess I kind of.
What was the second thing you said? I'm sorry. What was the second thing you said?
Oh, the Kunduz hospital airstrike that happened.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And I was just, I suppose, going to ask what you guys think. Because your collective minds together is definitely far more knowledgeable than me. What do you think the best and most articulate way to, I suppose, protest and I suppose bring more attention to the things Obama has done that the media doesn't coverage on grand opening day? Because I'm sure, it's going to be praised as like a wonderful thing they're doing, while ignoring the gentrification that it's going to do to the area and push the low-income families around the area.
Well, I was going to suggest, focusing on that angle, like within the context of the library. I think you can probably make a lot of your points when you're focusing on what it's going to do to Chicago, and it makes it contextual.
I have another take on that. I mean, I think like the point. I mean, the question is like, what increases our understanding about Obama's legacy and what's important to know about that for future politics? There is no. I mean, I'm not in any way refuting his the location of his library and the effects it has there. I mean, to be honest, I don't know the neighborhood enough to know the dynamics. And I have to say that Obama is actually, I think, like even a worse. His legacy is even worse with what he's been doing, as a former president, frankly, in my opinion. But it was the drone strikes. It was the edification of that program to assassinate American citizens. It was the failure to account for torture. It was the, in my estimation, in terms of immiserating Americans, it was his decision about the way that they would respond to the financial crisis by essentially bailing out the banks and saying, you guys, now that we've bailed you out, will you help out the homeowners? His desire to cut Social Security, his failure to leverage the sunsetting of the Bush taxes, his respectability politics, and the PPP, for that matter, or the TPP, I should say. And the question is like, how do you make people more jaundiced towards his perspective and towards his politics and look into it? I think, I don't know. I don't know how much there is that you can do, but a sign that says like, Barack Obama made it legal to assassinate Americans by drone, not a bad sign. Barack Obama paved the way for Donald Trump is also not a bad sign, frankly, because you got to remember who your audience is here. There's a lot of people, the vast majority of people, still have a very uncritical perspective on Barack Obama.
You also can just, as Sam says, make it clear you're on the left. Like when you say he led to Donald Trump, you're not alienating the very people that you might want to bring over to your side.
As I say it, like the Barack Obama opened the door to Donald Trump is a good way to get people who might be more reluctant to be critical of Barack Obama to reorient and reevaluate him. I mean, it's important from a historical sense. It's important for, the next Barack Obama who comes along, for people to have a more critical eye. You weren't alone in that. I think that largely the country was very, it was just like what he said change was going to be was a little bit different than I think some people interpreted change. But
I would also mention what Adolph Reed wrote about Obama in 1996, where he basically, in Chicago for the first...
96?
1996 for the Village Voice. In Chicago, for instance, we've gotten a foretaste of the new breed of foundation-hatched black communitarian voices. I mean, this obviously has to be calibrated to who your audience is. One of them, a smooth Harvard lawyer with impeccable do-good credentials and vacuous to repressive neoliberal politics, has won a state Senate seat on the base mainly in the liberal foundation and development worlds. His fundamentally bootstrap line was softened by a patina of rhetoric. Anyway, that's about Obama, and that's in 96. And it was a very good called shot.
Yep.
I was like... I was just considering like what you were saying, just kind of like getting a really solid slogan, and then perhaps like underneath that slogan on the picket, like getting like the QR code, and just, I guess, loading that QR code up with like articles and like essential.
Well, that's a good idea. Well, I mean, I would start with, sort of the banking stuff and the cutting Social Security. I don't know, but you start whatever you want on that list. But I think Barack Obama, gave us Donald Trump with the QR code is a good way to get people who you want to reach. Appreciate the call. Good luck with it, and let us know how that works out. Appreciate it. Bye bye.